I posted my last video and was promptly consumed with thoughts about this right here. Listen, I am notorious for completely nonsensical chimneys. But this isn't even a good nonsensical chimney. It's a mess. That's so much better. I feel much better about this project now. Greetings, strangers, and welcome back to Ghost Town SMP, the SMP where I am all alone. And what a joy it is to be able to come back to our docks here. They really are a great addition to the area. And they serve as a good marker for this settlement that we've been making. We are going to continue working on our settlement, which does mean we have to do a lot of terraforming. We need to make it so that this place is actually ready to have buildings put on it. So we're going to go ahead and get that done first. Let's get into it. This area is looking so much nicer already. Just smoothing out the area a bit has changed it so much. And given us a lot of space to work with. I wanted to have more of a steep hill underneath the barn. It just felt right to have a pretty steep incline here. It already had a partially steep one, so I just kind of continued that shaping down. And then I left this pretty shallow so that we could put the path, we could connect up a path down this way easier. But then we go down into this area, which is a little like valley almost, which I think works really well. It'll be a good place to build some houses. And then we'll have the path running through it, and it'll come over this way. Now I haven't decided if this tree is staying or not, but I don't want to tear it down yet. So we're going to leave it for now. But it might get in the way of things. But then this whole area stays at the same level, going around the corner and then off into the distance over here. So this is where I'm thinking like the main stuff is. Here we'll have like shops, and maybe there's houses and other businesses mixed in up this way. Over by Lawson's place, probably over this way, we'll do some more housing on this level. But then we'll have all of these areas too that are just the different tiers of the city. So we've got this entire area over here. I called it a city. I'm not sure if it's really a city. It's not really going to be that big. So we're going to have this section up here, which we can fill in with all sorts of stuff, and we still have to figure out how exactly we're going to do layouts. But then we've got the tier up over by the docks over here. And then I'm thinking housing up here again. I think that would make the most sense, is this is like some good housing that's in a great position. Like this is prime housing. You've got the view of the docks and the river, and you're right next to the stables. You're in a good spot to be able to get places. It's premier housing. Now that we've done the main terraforming, we need to figure out kind of layout. We have some vague ideas, but vague ideas don't really give us a vision of what's going where and how the rest of this stuff's going to happen. So, that is going to be our next task, is figuring out what we're doing where. So the thing with this concept of mapping out the settlement is that I'm kind of trying to control the flow of the paths based on where the buildings are. It's also important to note that a lot of these building shapes are just kind of placeholders. I don't know if we're actually going to do any of these buildings in the shapes that have been left there, because I don't know what I'm doing still. I am definitely just in like the barest of planning stages. You'll also notice a whole bunch of stone up this way, and that's because I think we need a mountain range. It might be a weird choice, but I think if we put a mountain range here, so it'll stretch all the way around this way, I think having a mountain range here will really help the flow of the area. And mountains are cool to build, so I want to build a mountain later. Terraforming's just fun, guys. If we follow it this way, you can see that we've mostly just kind of traced around where there's already this hill. We're a little mindful with it of not getting it too close to the rift, because I don't think having the rift at the mountain range really makes sense. We do want to get some actual building done today, so we're going to pick one of these houses to actually work on. I think we might as well start off right up next to stuff we've already done. So maybe we'll start this house that's directly in front of the stables, which means we need to get building supplies and decide on a basic color palette. So I will be right back. Okay, so my first thought with this house is that we should keep it pretty simple color palette wise for the first one. And then I immediately said no to that and went with cherry wood. So we've got spruce and cherry and deep slate, and we're just gonna see how it goes. Actually, my first thought is I kind of want this house to have a bit of a foundation. So I think we're gonna start with some deep slate bricks. Now this is one of the first houses you're going to see in the area, so I want to make sure it's a really good one. Quick nap. I've lit up out here a lot, but I don't trust it. Roofs are always my favorite and least favorite part of a build. They can be so fun to make, but at the same time it's so difficult to decide on what you're doing. And figuring out a shape that works well is daunting. Alright, some shutters on the windows. What this place definitely needs is a load of pink petals. I want to make sure to leave the path open, leave plenty of space over there, but other than that... Actually, I think I do want to do some hedging underneath. Yeah, look at that. And then maybe we can put another lantern right here? Alright, now we didn't bring any beds with us, but not to worry because we have shears on us. And the barn is just over here. Hello, might I have just 3 little bits of wool? Thank you. So now we can just take a little bit of this spruce wood and make a lovely little bed. I think the bed should go in the corner. And then we need perhaps some scaffolding for the bedside table. And I think if we take an extra one of these, we could do something like this for a light. Cute, right? Perhaps a bit of a strange window decoration, but I think it's cute. We could definitely do with a clock by the bed. And perhaps we'll just make that invisible? The item frame, I mean. Yes. And then, let's see. Now, how would the windows look if we did something like this? Just make it look a little bit like shades. I'm a fiend for decorated pots, so we've got to have at least one. Maybe another one by the stairs. And then we'll put some flower pots inside of them. And one on this windowsill as well. I don't think I have any good flowers with me, so I will have to go find some flowers to put in those pots. For now, though, let's finish up with the house. I think maybe a bit more scaffolding for just a table over in the corner. And then we'll just use some spruce slabs to make little chairs. If we put it here instead, I can put backs on the chairs. So here and here. And we can even put little armrests on. There we go. Cute. And what do we want on the table? Candles. Why not? Ooh. Ooh, I think I'm actually going to take the pot off of this decorated pot and just do a little cherry tree in the corner instead. A little welcome mat. And I think that might be it for our decoration in here. I'm gonna go get some flowers real quick. Oh, I have to... let me see about getting out some rockets. Let's grab a torch flower. And an allium. We need something on the bedside table. I know, we need to get a mini block. A mini ender chest will finish off this area. Look at that. Actually, no, we need a painting as well. Perfect. Alright, that's gonna be this house done. I really like how it turned out. It's a very cute little place. Ooh, we need to light the candles. It's not the most decorated house, but I don't think it really needs to be. It's cute, and I like it. Let's go ahead and sleep in this bed for the first time. First person ever sleeping in it. And the only one, because we're the only one here. But there we have it. This definitely is a great first addition to the area. I'm just going to clean up all of my junk from the building process and take a step back. Yeah. This area feels so much more alive already. Like now there's an extra house when you're walking along the path. Another building really adds to the place. Who knows, maybe the person living in there actually works in here. That is where I'm going to call things for today. I, as always, really appreciate y'all hanging out with me, keeping me company here in this ghost town. We've started our settlement. Officially, there's another house here and everything. Empty, but so is everything else around here. And it'll continue to stay that way, even as we add so many more buildings and get this place really feeling like it used to be something. I will catch y'all later.